10 things Meghan Markle exposed on her Netflix docuseries. Media attention. Harry spoke at length about the media's present role in his family life, starting with footage taken outside the hospital following his birth. Of the ongoing attention brought throughout his childhood, he said, "The majority of my memories are being swamped by paparazzi." He recalled learning as a young child how to handle the attention, saying, "Within the family, within the system, the advice that's always given is don't react, don't feed into it." "My mom did such a good job in trying to protect us. She took it upon herself to basically confront these people." Footage of the family's ski holiday was included to highlight this. In one clip, Harry is seen alongside his brother Prince William and cousin Princess Beatrice and Eugenie, as they are made to pose for the crowd of photographers, in an unwritten agreement that would ultimately allow them privacy later in the holiday. But that was followed by another more intrusive clip which led to his mother confronting the photographer. "I see Harry as a snowboarder, he just has that Shaun White build." The difficulty of marrying into the royal family. Harry brought up the now discredited 1995 Panorama interview with his mother, Princess Diana. While he acknowledged that she had been deceived, he said that she had spoken the truth. He said, "My mother was harassed throughout her life with my dad, but after they separated, the harassment went to new levels. The moment she left the institution left her completely exposed." He said growing up he witnessed pain and suffering of women married into this institution. He added, "What happened to my mom, I didn't want history to repeat itself." We can agree that that's a fair point from Harry, right? Fit to be queen. In a telling section on his experience of other royal marriages, Harry said, "I think for so many people in the family, especially the men, there can be a temptation or an urge to marry someone who would fit the mold, as opposed to someone who you perhaps are destined to be with. The difference between making decisions with your head or your heart, and my mom certainly made most of her decisions, if not all of them, from her heart, and I am my mother's son. I personally look for any girl who's willing to keep a conversation with me. That's the mold I try to fit." Number 4, racism. After news of their relationship broke, Meghan recalled how quickly she became the focus of photographers and the media. The royal family regarded such intrusion almost as if a workplace hazard had occurred. According to Harry, as far as a lot of the family were concerned, everything that she was being put through, they had been put through as well. Harry said, "So it was almost like a rite of passage. Some of the members of the family were like, right, but my wife had to go through that. So why should your girlfriend be treated any differently? Why should you get special treatment? Why should she be protected?" I said the difference here is the race element. Formalities. Meghan recalled meeting Prince William and his wife Catherine over dinner. Oblivious to royal protocol, she said she was barefoot and wearing ripped jeans at the time. She described herself as a hugger, but said this can be jarring for some British people. "I guess I started to understand very quickly that the formality on the outside carried through on the inside." She said that formality carries over on both sides and that it was surprising to her. "I enjoy hugs too, Meghan, don't worry, but what I do not enjoy is bare feet, so you're rich, wear socks." The late Queen. Harry said that his grandmother, Queen Elizabeth II, was first senior member of the royal family to meet Meghan. Meghan recalled being told that she would have to curtsy. How do you explain that you have to bow to your grandmother and that you all need to curtsy, especially to an American? That's weird. He went on to say that members of his family were incredibly impressed, though were uncertain about the difference in their background and thought that her being a Hollywood actress meant this won't last long. "The actress thing was the biggest problem, funnily enough," said Meghan. "There's a big idea of what that looks like from the UK standpoint. Hollywood, it was very easy for them to typecast that. I bowed down to Master Oogway and that's it, and I stand true to that." Bias. In contrast to Meghan's experiences growing up mixed race, Harry said that there was a huge level of unconscious bias in the royal family. Harry said the thing with unconscious bias is actually no one's fault, but once it's been pointed out and identified within yourself, you need to make it right. Harry even addressed the time he wore a German soldier from WW2's uniform to a private party in 2005, saying it was one of his biggest mistakes, adding that he felt so ashamed afterwards. The Markle family. Meghan discussed her estrangement from her father following a controversy over whether he staged a series of paparazzi-style photographs in the lead-up to her wedding in 2018. Harry described the situation with his father-in-law as incredibly sad. "I shouldered that because if Meghan wasn't with me, then her dad would still be her dad." Meghan opened up about her half-sister Samantha Markle, who she said she hadn't seen since her early 20s, but who frequently spoke on her in the media. Meghan said, "I don't know your middle name. I don't know your birthday. You're telling these people that you raised me and you coined me. Princess Pushy. Also interviewed on the show was Ashley Hale, Samantha Markle's estranged daughter who Meghan remains close with. Doria Ragland. In her first extensive public comment, Meghan's mother Doria Ragland spoke about her first time meeting Harry, as well as her fears for her safety and regrets as a parent. She also described the last 5 years as challenging. He was 6'1", a handsome man with red hair, really great manners. He was just really nice, and they looked really happy together. Yeah, like he was the one, she said. Describing the early years of her daughter's childhood, Ragland, who is an African American, recalled repeatedly being asked if she was the nanny to her daughter because Meghan's skin was lighter. Her mother said, as a parent in hindsight, I would absolutely like to go back and have a very real conversation about how the world sees you. When Meghan began to face negative media attention, Ragland recalled telling her daughter, this is about race, with Meghan replying, Mommy, I don't want to hear that. Botswana. The couple described how their relationship was cemented in Africa when Meghan traveled to join Harry on a visit to Botswana in August 2016, having only met him twice before. We had to get to know each other before the rest of the world and before the media joined in, said Harry. They spoke of living in close quarters with the bare minimum and how they were still so unsure about how their relationship would develop. Thanks for watching.